Hey there, everybody. Thomas Wood with Basecamp Trading. It is Monday, September 16th, and we're going to take a look here at crude oil because this is the largest single day move we've had in crude oil since inception. Crude Oil Futures since inception back in, I think it was 1988. So what happened over the weekend? We had attacks on Saudi oil. They ended up blowing up a bunch of oil reserves, which in turn cuts supply. Obviously, when there's a supply cut or a shortage in supply, what happens if demand's staying the same? Then they're going to jack prices up, and that's why we saw a move in crude oil from 54.80, and right now we're up 8 points. Basically, it's 62.60. So a huge move, giant gap up last night. But one of the things we've been doing in the trade room today, because when we have something like this happens, the volatility will typically stay pretty high throughout the day. So, for example, we had a 3-point move in crude oil from the low to the high, just from about 4 o'clock this morning down where we bottomed out at about 58 3/4, all the way up to the high at about 2 o'clock at 63 1/4. So, played out really well. But if you're in the trading room, one of the things we look at is, hey, this is trending higher. We're going higher highs and higher lows on our pivots on a 30-minute price chart or a 5-minute price chart. And our momentum was strengthening, confirming that each of these swings should continue to push higher. So we were actually able to take advantage of this, and we had several different opportunities for jumping in long here in crude oil and riding out this wave back to the highs of the night session. So with that being said, we'll see if this ends up being a long-term breakout that holds on with crude oil, but I wouldn't be surprised to see, at least for a few days, see this thing stay up here as long as the tensions stay high over there in the Middle East. So keep an eye out for that. And this is one reason that you got to be careful holding trades going over the weekend, because when there is something like this that happens, you can see the markets react in a real big way. So with that being said, if you're going, all right, well, Thomas, I want to swing trade though, and I'm trying to hold trades over the weekend, how can we trade this? Well, one of the ways of minimizing our risk is when you go into the weekend, do something like turn it into a spread. Put on a calendar spread, or put on a spread between crude oil and Brent crude, for example, where you're hedged. That way, if there is a big move, your spread will move a very small amount or a fraction of the move that the underlying actually has. But that's one way of managing trades going into a weekend if there's event risk or risk of geopolitical factors like that. But overall, biggest move we've seen. And again, keep in mind, when you have a big gap like that, a lot of times your volatility will stay high throughout the day, and that gives you a lot of really good intraday trading opportunities. But pay attention to your trend and pay attention to your momentum. That'll help you with picking intraday direction. But that is it for today, everybody. I will see you all in the next one. And until next time, happy trading, everyone.